Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel, guys. I'm not going to apologize and make promises, but then uh I've seen new subbies like you are so welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and those who have been staying, you guys know how important are you. So welcome home to those who are new. Welcome to a space, to a place where we can be vulnerable, where we can be anything, where we can be emotional, where we can be happy, where we can share stuff. That's why we say we are withholding nothing, like withholding nothing. So my name is Pam, to those who are new, and welcome to a new video. So guys, in this video I want to introduce a certain topic that I think is going to have part 1 and part 2, maybe part 3, because it's a bit long. But then I want to talk about childhood trauma, as in a personal experience. I know that some people have traumas. Some of them, they are not even childhood traumas. We have had traumas even when we were grown or anything. But I want to talk about how childhood trauma affected me, and how did I manage to deal with them. Am I healed? Am I really healed? You are going to hear about all of this in this video. This is going to be definitely part 1, the first episode of the sort of a series, because it's going to have more than one episodes. So guys, firstly I want to tell you what happened to me yesterday, guys. So I went to town yesterday with my son, obviously, and we took a taxi. Next to us, in the taxi, there was this fully grown lady. Maybe she was my mommy's age or a bit older than my mom. Then next to her there was this lady who was carrying a whole lot. You know, in taxis, those who are staying up front at the first seat behind the driver are those people who are carrying babies, or who have some big stuff. So we were seated there. It was the four of us, me carrying my son, here carrying a little bag. His wasn't that big, but these two, the other one was carrying buckets and the other one was carrying a whole lot of bags. So when the lady was so nice, you know, I am used to people being all over me when we are traveling or when we are in the shop. People just love babies. So every time when I'm with me, people will be all over us, like, oh, what a cute baby, yeah, whatever. That thing of having a baby, and people, they will be like, hi baby, and whatever. She was just like that, and she was old, like my grandson and all that. But when we were dropping off, she took my Emmy's backpack, because that's what I carry these days. I don't do handbags, sling bags, and all that. I just carry Emmy's backpack, put his diapers and whatever we are going to need, and I just slide my purse with my money. It had money because I was going to Markham to collect my phone that I had laid by it, I think last week. I've laid by it a phone, and I was going there to pay off whatever amount was left there and take my phone. So that was the money which was in my purse, and some extra money because I wanted to do a little shopping. So guess what, guys? The lady took Emmy's backpack when we were dropping off, and she was like, hold your right. You know, old people, and we respect them when we're having, no, hold the baby right. I'm going to give you back your backpack when we have dropped off. And I did just that, not knowing that the lady is going to open my backpack and remove the purse, and it was gone just like that. When I got to Markham, I was a fool that I am. I didn't find my purse, and I know very well that woman took it, because these other two ladies, there was no way they were going to see her, because they were busy trying to open some space for me so that I can drop off. So they didn't see what she was doing by the side. But anyway, I'm so hating, like my soul is so so. But then I think today I'm much better than yesterday. But the thing really got to me, like I am so pained. So that's what happened to me, guys. Please, I've learned to not tolerate So happy dearest was calling. I had to stop the video and don't cry, don't cry. So happy dearest was calling, so I had to drop the I had to cut the video and attend to his call. So what I'm saying, guys, is that don't trust anyone, especially here at Joburg, in Joburg. Like, no matter how old is a person, people are not trustworthy. I was so surprised that such a grown-up woman can think of that. But anyway, that's life. Let us go straight to our today's topic. I said I want to talk about childhood trauma based on my experience. I think I'm going to reintroduce myself. So guys, I was raised by my grandparents because my mom was working in South Africa, so she left me with her mom and dad. So with my siblings, I was raised with my cousins, and my siblings were a few that were staying with my grandmom. So that's the setup that I grew up in. And my dad, should I even say dad, really, guys? My father wasn't, he has never been in my life. Like, Mogai has never been in my life. I don't know the reasons, because the person who can give me the answers is no more, which is my mom. I think like my mom can have enough answers. My mom can have enough answers. I'm trying to see something. But then, unfortunately, she's no longer here. So my dad has never been there. So I want to talk about growing up with my grandparents and my mom working outside of the country and my dad being absent. Guys, some of the things that people, the societies and community do to kids, they'll be thinking that it's really fine, it doesn't matter or anything, but it really creates some scars in kids. So I think if ever there is anyone listening here, we need to be careful about how we talk to kids, even our kids or kids who are not ours and anything like that. So I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandparents were my sweethearts. My granddad passed on when I was 16, if I'm not mistaken, and then my grandmom is still alive. Mogel is still alive. I'm trying to do something here. So yeah, my grandparents were so good to me. I'll be lying if I say, of course, of course, there are some of the things. Just now that I'm a parent, I can see that there are some of the things that you do as a parent, and you think you are doing the right thing, but those things will be affecting you. But the most traumas that I have are the traumas that were inflicted by me growing up in a society where people don't really know how the way they talk to a child really affects them. Growing in a situation where my mom is not around, and I have seen that if you are a child, those who grow up in the same situation like me, they are going to agree with me on this. If you are a child growing up in a certain community, right, in a certain community, and your mom or your parents are not an everyday part of that community, people around the community, they have power or pride or anything to say anything about you. They won't even mind if you are around or you are not around, but they will proudly say anything, lies, bad things or anything about you, because they know that your parents are not there or your mom is not there. No one is going to defend you. But there will be kids who have their parents or their moms in that same community who do worse things or who are so bad, because we know that in communities that we grow up in, there will always be those kids. Those kids, when they have their parents around, no one have the audacity to say anything about them. No one. They will better try to talk about them behind anyone's back, or not talk about them at all. But because you don't have your mom or your parents in the community, They can have a field with you, no matter how good, no matter what kind of a child are you. I experienced that because my mom was an part of our community, as in everyday uh villagers, people around us, they had audacity, or they wouldn't even think twice to say something about me, whether because I've never been a bad child. That one I get. You're puffing. Boo. Chummy, don't do that. You, this guy. So people would say anything about me, knowing that I am, first, I'm a child. I am afraid to talk back to elders, or even if they are not elders, to big people and people who are not even my age. So I wouldn't answer back. But at some point, I come to a point where I say, you know what, to avoid this hate, I'll need to give them back, give them back. So I've learned to defend myself. That is why I don't really I'm not that kind of a person who loves to create a whole lot of friendship, because trust me, if anyone lashes at me, I come back, and I come back twice as well. So yeah, that's what happened. The other thing that created some traumas in my life is that when I was in grade C5, I just forgot. I think I was grade 6. I think I was in grade 6 or grade 5 when I lost my mom. When did I lose my mom? Yeah, I think I was in grade 6 when I lost my mom. That hit home, like it went deep into my heart. And as I was trying to live with the fact that I'll never see my mom again. Yes, I'm not going to cry because I don't want to. As I was trying to live with the fact that I'm not going to see my mom again, my mom was my daddy, she was my blesser, because I was I was used to just pass a message and be like, Mommy, I want this, and she'll make sure that I get it. That is why at some point, not having a father didn't really affect me that much when my mom was alive, because I really, really honestly didn't see the use of having a father. My mom used to provide for me. My mom used to be there for me, like she would listen to me. And with my grandmom by my side again, I think that's the reason why not having a father wasn't that of an issue before my mom passed on. But when she passed on, when my mom passed on, I had to come to terms with the fact that there is no more demanding. Like, I want a watch, I want this, I saw this, so I want it. And my mom used to make sure that she delivers. Like, she really made sure that she delivers. But when she passed on, in my mind, I was like, you know what, I don't want to burden people. I don't want people to feel like, I don't want people to feel like I'm a burden to them, and I don't want to end up unwanted. So I had to grow up so fast. I have to stop demanding, wanting things. Like, I had to be fine every time. I had to be not wanting anything, but deep down I'll be wanting this and that, and I'll be wishing that if this one person will be like, no, even if you don't want it, I'm going to do it for you. I didn't have, as I grow up, like I've said, that my grandmama is a grown-up person. Like, as I was growing up, she was a gogo, she was a grown-up person already. I don't even want to mention now that I am now a mother. So the thing is, that's one person that I knew that she genuinely and deeply loves me. And I don't want to find myself putting her under pressure and making her suffer some BP and all that because of me offloading to her. So I really grew up, especially on my teenage stage. I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't have anyone to talk to. That's when I really needed my mom. Like, I really needed someone to talk to. I really, look at how my baby is looking at me. I really needed someone to talk to. Like, I wished my mom is there. I always say I am that child, at some point maybe I was going to be raped and keep it to myself because I'll be afraid that my grandmom is very old, she's going to be hurt. What if she also dies? So I was definitely going to tell her. And then my mom, I have two moms. I think other people who know me right now, they'll be like, Morgan, what she's talking about, because I think this is my first time talking about these kind of things, this part of my life. So yes, of course, I've got two moms. My mom had her sister, her older sister, and she was the little sister with the only brothers. So it was five boys and two girls. So they were only two girls. I'm sure they were best friends, and I'm sure my other mom, she's feeling burdened right now. She's feeling so painful because I can't imagine losing my sister. So my other mom, who is my mommy's sister, she was there for me. She was there for us. She used to do anything just to provide for us. But honestly speaking, we were not that close. As much as I wasn't even close to my own mom, but it was going to be easy because as we grow, our mothers become our best friend. Even if she was strict on growing up and all that, but as we grow, they become our best friend. Even my own mom passed on, but we were not those tight friends like me and Imi, because we woke up together every time. My closest friend was my grandmother, then my mom was my blesser. Like I knew that if ever I need anything, I would tell her and I wouldn't feel guilty. Now that my mom is no more, her sister is trying to be there for us, but firstly, I've never stayed with her. I've never had time with her, even growing up or anything. I'm even afraid of her. Secondly, I'm trying by all means so that she wouldn't feel like I am some kind of a burden. I'm trying by all means so that she wouldn't feel like this is too much. Yo, guys, this is so hard and it's harder than I thought. So my mommy's sister was there for us. She tried everything that she could to help my grandmom raise us. But the fact is that we were never those friends. Now we are better because the more you grow, the more I think you become in a better space with your mom. But I will always wish my mom was there, because I know that there are some things that I can withhold and feel like I can't tell my other mom, but I know that if my biological mom was there, I was going to offload to her, because I feel like it is her duty. Like I don't really mind when my son is crying the whole day, when my son is giving me a headache the whole day, because it's my duty. That's how I feel that, you know what, my other mom is doing everything that she can, but she can choose to not do it. Like, and she won't be committing any sin. She's being a good person to us. She's being a mom to us because she chose to. Maybe she's doing it for her sister, because I'll definitely do anything for my sister. So I think she's doing it for her sister. But me, on the other hand, I'm not comfortable by giving her a burden after burden, because I feel like she's doing way more. I don't know if you guys understand me, but I wish you could. Like I wish you could. So that these are the other traumas that I've experienced. It situations whereby I don't really feel like I don't really end up like a burden to anyone. Like I feel like I don't have anyone to tell things, and I feel like I have to grow up. I have to grow up. I don't have to be that child just like any other kids. Kids don't have limit. Like they don't feel bad for even if you don't have money for rent. If she wants new pair of socks, she will come to you and be like, "Mommy, I want new pair of socks." She doesn't even care if you guys you have rice in the house or you have groceries. That's how kids are created to be there. That's how kids are supposed to be like. But I didn't have that. I had to compromise a lot. Like I had to compromise a lot. There were things that I need, and I felt like I can't really demand them or want them. because of the fear of being a burden, you see. So passing of my mom had really impacted in my traumas, in my childhood traumas. But then I came out alive, and it's really so amazing how people around me think that I had everything so easily. Like most people think that my life is has always been so interesting, but I had to make decisions. I had to make hard decisions. I had to be strong for myself and my future. So I think people have to know that I honestly didn't have it so easy. I never had it so easy. Every time I was supposed to be strong. I was supposed to be the big girl that I am, because I didn't have a mom. Like I think mothers are so important, guys. Whoever still have their mom, like worship the ground that they walk on, cause bruh, that person is very important, especially as you grow, when you need a real friend, when you know that the world is full of betrayers. The world, even your own people can betray you, but trust me, it's so rare. I know that there are some moms who do that, but it's so rare to find your mother betraying you. It's very rare. Like it's very rare. So I think losing my mama has contributed to my trauma, because I had to grow up fast and all that. So so yeah, guys, I think this is the first part. I'm introducing the topic. I think on the another episode, I'm going to talk about the absence of my dad, of my father. I really don't want to call him dad. But then, yeah, I think that's all for today. And on the comment section, guys, tell me what you really want to hear. Maybe some things I've experienced them. Maybe you want to know about how did you handle this and all that. Because on this next episode, I'm going to talk about the absence of my father, and then I think the third one, or at the end of the part 2 one, I'm going to tell you how did I overcome it, or am I still hurting, or am I healed? How did it affect me as a mother now, me as a married person? Because but I want to tell you this. Because you know what, as I have said, that my grandparents has always been my sweethearts. Like my grandmom is special, because you know grandfathers are always spoiling their kids. They don't have time for that, but grandmothers are usually sometimes strict. So you know, my grandmother used to lash, like to shout whenever she's angry, or whenever you are doing something wrong. She wouldn't like tell you nicely that why didn't you do that, or why I told you to do this and you didn't do it, tell me the reason. Or and she never knew to be calm whenever she was angry. She would lash at to even someone who's going at the streets there. They will know that her grandmother was shouting at her. So so I think that's the other thing that affected me, because whenever I'm angry, I would shout. Like I would really shout. Like even if I'm one person who wouldn't who always I always think about what I want to say before I say it, especially when I'm talking to my husband, because I don't want a situation whereby now we are fine, but I've said bad things that I regret. But then, so I'm not the kind of a person who will, just like my grandma. My grandma will even vulgar, who even say some vulgars or anything, but I'm not that kind of a person. But whenever I'm angry, or I'm asking, why are you leaving your shoes here, I wouldn't be calm. Like, because I spoke about it, I've told him that don't leave your shoes lying all over the place or anything. Whenever now I'm finding his shoes all over the place, I'll be like, so why do you leave your shoes all over the place? The last time I told you not to do it, and I'll be screaming and all that. And he was like, you know what, you have to learn learn to be calm. I don't want anyone who speaks to me with a very high voice because I don't do it. And when I started analyzing it, I realized that my husband hardly raises his voice. So I have learned through him, I have learned to become. I've just decided that if it's something that bothers me a lot, or it's something that is angers me a lot, I'll better not say anything, or if ever I want to say anything, I'll have to be calm. So I've learned to address things calm. But I used to lash because I was raised by someone who used to lash whenever they are angry, or whenever they'll always shout at you whenever you do things not their way. So yeah, that's the other thing that my grandmom contributed in my, excuse me, in my negative side. But then she used to be a sweetheart. She used to protect me with everything that she has. That woman used to fight for me. But this lashing part, I think she's still like that, only that she's now old. So yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you as we go forward that the absence of my father, what did it do to me? And now that I'm a mother, how do those traumas contribute to my motherhood? Did I manage to deal with them or anything like that? I'm definitely going to be sharing this journey with you. I felt like I need to talk to you about it, and trust me, it's so healing even to me, because I've never spoke to anyone about it so deeply. But I feel like then what's this channel for? So yeah, guys, hope someone is going to learn something. Hope someone is going to see that they are not alone. We all went through something, or we're all struggling with something. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like it. Don't forget, especially liking, guys. As you watch that, hit the like button. And those who just watch and go, kindly subscribe, guys, so that our family grows. And yeah, so as we are embarking in this series, I think I'm going to post again in this week. Maybe I'm going to post it during the week or on weekend. I will only post once. Then it will determine if we are only going to have part one and on part two after we spoke after we do part two. Yeah. So kindly like, subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. And thank you so much, guys, for staying, for checking, for setting up your notification buttons. Have a good week ahead. Oh, bye.